state papers tonight are mocking the bill, calling it the Support Violence in Hong Kong Act. So China has been accusing the U.S. of fomenting unrest in Hong Kong and sees this latest move by Congress as a serious affront. This foreign ministry strongly condemns what it describes as America's cheap tricks. It also said that the U.S. should stay out of China's internal affairs and has threatened to take countermeasures. The Chinese have also gone as far as to summon one of the officials at the U.S. Embassy here in Beijing to lodge a formal complaint. Now, the bill, if it is turned into law, does require the Secretary of State to review the status of Hong Kong and see every year whether or not it meets certain requirements to remain autonomous from Beijing and enjoy special trading privileges with the United States. If that special status is revoked, it could very much change the dynamic of Hong Kong as a financial hub out here in the region. Now, there is a fear that this move could further complicate the already fragile trade talks. Officially, this is a major sign of international support for Hong Kong protesters who Beijing has been labeling as terrorists. However, I was talking to Chinese academics, many of whom advise the policymakers here, and they said that they still believe that the Chinese and the U.S. both want to make sure that these issues are not linked, that China does still want to continue the negotiations with the United States. And then they also said to me that they believe that the prevailing feeling here is that President Trump himself does not actually prioritize Hong Kong in this relationship. In the past, all of his comments have been about how Beijing should be handling this Hong Kong issue. So their hope is that he himself will continue to see the two as separate and want to keep his eye on the trade talks instead.
That's a very interesting point. There's a distinction, obviously, between what the Senate does and what the administration does or says. And as you point out, the president has been relatively quiet, I think is a fair characterization on this. But I wonder, without putting you in a difficult corner or position, Eunice, what your reaction is to the Senator Hawley, who said in the segment leading into your report that from where he sits, he sees this Senate resolution as giving the United States an additional point of leverage in the trade talks. Your reaction? Yeah.
Well, so actually, I didn't hear everything that he said because we were being blacked out during that segment.
Oh,
so obviously
isn't that nice?
The Chinese are sensitive about it. However, in terms of it being a point of leverage, it is possible that it could be used as a point of leverage. But like I said, I was talking to academics all day and people who follow the trade talks. And for the most part, they think at the end of the day that Hong Kong won't be used as a point of leverage because they think that President Trump is going to continue to want to prioritize the trade talks. And they said because they believe that he sees his trade talks as important for his own political campaign.
Eunice, thank you very much for your insights and an insight that was a little inadvertent.